Hi, I'm Jim Diamore Jr., and welcome to another episode of This Week at JDM Engineering. We're at our shop here in Freehold, New Jersey. I've got some really cool things to talk about this week. We worked on some really cool cars in the shop, and we've got a couple products on special. Also got a big announcement here from us. Our Sterling 25th anniversary car, the Celine Extreme. We just recently had it at the track for a test session with Muscle Mustangs magazine. They shot an article on the car, and we made a couple of test runs with it. We made 5 consecutive runs in the 9s. This is a full-weight street car, weighs over 4,000 pounds, a factory Celine supercharger with a factory-built Celine S302 engine. This car with full weight and driver is 4,038 pounds, running high 9s at almost 140 miles an hour. So I just wanted to make that announcement real quick. And now if you want to step with me into the shop, we'll go over some things that we did this week in the shop. Okay, this week Dr. Pierce brought back in his 2004 Celine S281 Mustang. This car was here a couple weeks ago. It's a supercharged Celine. We put some upgrades on it, supercharger pulley, our cold air induction kit, changed out the spark plugs, and we tuned the car. Made 340 horsepower at the tires, which is really good numbers for this car with those improvements. This week he came in for a full exhaust system. We're putting on a Cook's stainless steel long tube headers with an X pipe and high flow cats. This system is 2.5 inches. It comes totally emissions legal with the high flow cats. Installed, it's usually about a $1,900 job. It's $1,300 for the headers and X pipe with cats. It's about 6 hours labor to put it on. We dropped the K-member down, but it's a beautiful install. The headers are an awesome fit. If you ever have to change the transmission or pull the trans out to change the clutch, you don't have to worry about removing the headers. Cook's system is really nice. We use it on all of our cars here, and it should have about another 30 horsepower to Gregory's car. Okay, we're out here with Tom Mulvaney's car. Tom's a long-time customer of ours. He's been with us for a very long time, probably 5 or 6 years now. This is his 2003 Cobra. We've done a lot of work to it. We put a Whipple supercharger on it. It's a 2.3 liter Whipple, running about 22 pounds of boost. We recently converted it over to an automatic transmission, still running the factory style IRS suspension, but we've built that up with level 5 axles from the drive shaft shop. He's got a lot of work done to it, making a little bit over 700 horsepower. This week he's in here because Tom wanted to convert his dash cluster over to a full set of autometer gauges. So we installed some autometer Nexus gauges with very bright lighting. Tom really wanted to see the illumination on the dash, so it makes a huge difference for him for his vision at night. And with him being able to see this, hopefully doing 120, 140 miles an hour on the parkway like he does, he'll be a little bit safer watching those gauges. So this should be a nice install for him. It's a little bit of a lengthy process, but we don't mind doing it for Tom. He's a real good guy, and he's paying for it, so he should enjoy it. Okay, just this morning, Harry Major brought in his 2008 Roush P51 Mustang. This is a pretty special limited edition Mustang. It's one of 151 cars. This is actually number 100. Harry brought it in here today just for a quick dyno checkup. On the dyno, the car put out just a little bit under 450 horsepower. We found it had a couple issues, just some very minor issues, but once we get those cleared up, he should be upwards of 500 horsepower at the tires. We're working hand in hand with Roush to get this figured out for Harry. We're sending the PCM back to them for them to recalibrate it. They have a really awesome tune they said they just released last week, and we're looking forward to working with them on getting some more horsepower out of Harry's car. Harry's son has a Celine supercharged Mustang GT that just recently went 1114 on a stock engine, stock transmission, stock everything at the track last night at Englishtown. He called me up on a cell phone, went 1114 at 123 miles an hour. This is a car that we built with our Celine Stage 3 kit. It's running really strong, and Harry's really happy with it. So hopefully tomorrow we get the PCM back from Roush. We'll have Harry Sr. and Harry Jr. both running really strong, around 500 horsepower at the tires.
This week I'll be talking a little bit about the Roush P51 clutch disc. We found it's a very viable upgrade for any of the high horsepower stick cars. It's 10 spline direct drop-in for the 3650 trans that appears in the 05 and up Mustang stick cars. If you're having a problem keeping a clutch in the car, this might be just the thing for you. It does have a little bit of chatter because of the design of it with the separated sections of the disc at startup, but once you get it broken in, it seems to be really nice. And so far, it's holding the power on cars making well over 500 at the wheels. So it might be the thing for you. We're selling these. We're actually price matching the lowest competitor we can find on the internet for $319.99 plus shipping. This is another product we've been stocking lately. This is Roush's new line, cooperating with Bogart, making some lightweight 15-inch wheels. They measure 15 by 10. They have 4.5 inches of back spacing. They weigh about 13 pounds apiece. You should check with your local track as far as your requirements about what valve stems you got to run, what kind of lug nuts you have to run. You're also going to need to purchase a set of rear sway bar relocation brackets to make these fit. It's going to pull the rear sway bar in a little bit towards the axle just so it clears the 15-inch wheel. It's a much smaller diameter than your stock one, but other than that, you'll have no clearance issues at all. These are going for $940 a set plus shipping right now. Our last special of the week is yet another Roush item. They're a TVS 2300 supercharger with JDM's add-ons. We take the 3-box supercharger kit. We add our GT500 dual fuel pump system, an SCT tuner, a custom tune, and a set of Autolite spark plugs, the HT0s, gapped at 30 thousandths. Put it all in one box for you, and we ship it out. Our total price is $7,100 shipped for that entire package. On 93 pump gas, it does about 510 wheel horsepower at sea level on a manual transmission car. It's a really good setup. We've got a tune to have it survive on the stock motor and the stock trans. I know a lot of people are really worried about that automatic trans, but yes, she will be fine. We do have one customer running this setup. He actually just yesterday went 11-14 with the setup on the stock motor, so it's been out there. He's gone a couple months. He's mid 500 wheel horsepower. There's nothing to fear about it. You know, it's a proven setup and it's ready to go.
This week, Todd Rothschild also dropped off his 2008 Shelby GT500 for a little more work. Todd's car, we put a Whipple 3.4 supercharger on several months ago with a Muscle Mustangs article. We're upgrading it to the new inlet plenum. Whipple revised their inlet plenum on the back of the supercharger. This should free up about another 30 or 40 horsepower for Todd. His car was already making over 700 horsepower at the tire on 100 octane. He should be upwards of 750 at the tires now. He's also looking to go to our updated inlet plenum, air kit, and the new Whipple single blade throttle body. So hopefully with those we might even get him closer to 800 horsepower. Todd likes driving this car pretty fast, so we're doing a little bit of tweaking on the suspension for him. All said and done, he should be hitting the New Jersey Parkway at about 200 miles an hour next weekend. Okay, I'm standing here with a long-term project we have. This is Thomas Russell's F-150 truck. It's a 2006 model. He brought it here for a major overhaul. We're putting one of our aluminum 5.4 short blocks in it. We're going to put the 3-valve heads back on top, but they're CNC ported with comp cams. We're also going to add a Saleen supercharger and run it at about 15 pounds of boost. We're hoping to make around 500 to 550 horsepower at the tires. This is going to require a custom exhaust system as well as a custom fuel system. We have right now Sean Lacko doing some modifications to the 5.4 aluminum block for it to accept the Saleen supercharger. This is a first of its kind. I don't know anybody else who's built this combination before, but we're glad to do it for Thomas. It should, like I said, make a little over 500 horsepower at the tires when it's said and done. I'm sure throughout the next couple of weeks and months we'll be filming this as we finish this project. So be sure to stay tuned and watch it. Look forward to more episodes of us making some power with it. Okay, now we're back here in our new engine shop. We just put this together a couple of weeks ago. We've always had smaller engine rooms in the buildings here, but this is a new room that we've assembled in the last couple of weeks. You can see here on our storage shelf we have many short blocks ready to go. We have 4.6 aluminum motors in a Stroker 298 version. We have them in applications capable of handling 600 horsepower up to over 1,000 horsepower. Compression ratios varying from higher compression for naturally aspirated models to lower compression for supercharged, turbocharged, and nitrous applications. We also have some 5.4 aluminum blocks ready modified for Shelby GT500s, ready modified for Lightning trucks. And as you can see, like I said before, Sean's modifying one to accept for a 3-valve engine with a Saleen supercharger. We have as well some Cobra iron blocks, Stroker versions. Everything we do with the 4.6 right now is a 298 Stroker version. We figured if you're going to go with these forged internals, might as well gain a couple cubic inches for a little extra horsepower. We try to go with standard bore on every block. and every block we usually use is brand new. We will commission some used blocks, or also known as seasoned blocks, to be built, but that's at the customer's request. Okay, that's it for this week's episode. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Be sure to come back again next week, where we'll have another film going on with some cars in the shop. If you have any questions about the cars or parts you saw in today's episode, you can reach us at teamjdm.com on the web, or you can call us anytime at 732-780-0770. Thanks again for stopping in, and have a great day. Yeah, check it out, Biggs. We had John Force sign the car last weekend up at Tasca Ford. I think that's what picked us up and got us in the 9s. That was probably worth at least a tenth or two.